Hi, I'm Tim Carter, AskTheBuilder.com. We're going to talk a little bit about septic tanks. That's what's right over my shoulder. Hope you can see it. And this is really going to be, I think, an interesting video for you. First things first, I am not building this home. If you see any mistakes, they're not mine. Number two, if you discover something new in the video, maybe you can buy me a beer, lemonade, hot dog, ice cream cone, candy bar, whatever, doesn't matter. All you have to do is click that thanks text link you see right underneath the video. Go ahead and click it. A lot of people are starting to do it. It's really, really helping. Understand that every single penny of revenue that I collect, I put back into these videos. I try to buy new equipment and do everything possible to make more and better videos for you. Let's get started about septic tanks. This septic tank was delivered today, and it's a dandy. It's a monster. 2,500 gallons. All right, that's a really big septic system. And I actually can't believe it's needed for this particular home, from what I can tell. But the funny little box that's on top, that is not going to be there when it's all done. That is a distribution box, and that is going to be set out over here in the leach field, which they have just kind of started on. But believe me, you're going to see another video that's going to show the leach field and how it's all connected. But right now, let's talk a little bit about this septic tank and what's happening. The important thing is they set the tank correctly. And believe me, there have been septic tanks that have been set wrong. Here's why. Notice that word "in"? That means where the sewage comes into the septic tank. And they design it in such a way that it can come in either at this end, or it can come in through this side. And they also have another inlet depending on how the house is right there. My guess is they're going to bring the piping and probably put it into here, but we won't know that yet for a little bit. And let's go look at the other end, because I'll bet hopefully they've got the word "out" there. Yes, sure enough, you can see the word "out" really clearly. And it's really important for you to check this on your job. You've got to make sure that the septic tank is installed properly, all right? You don't want the sewage coming in the out. The top of the tank has got these 3 inspection covers. They're plastic and they pop up really easily, but underneath them is a concrete cover. And it allows you to look down inside the tank. Let's take a look inside of one of them. Well, I took the concrete lid off. You can hear my voice echoing there. And pretty big area. You can look down and see it's already got a little bit of water in it. Not much to really see. You could go swimming down there right now, but you don't want to do it once they connect the sewage from the house. When they go to pump out the septic tank, this is the lid that they would probably lift. I can tell you, it's the one that I would do, because this is where all the bad stuff is. The toilet paper, all the floating logs. It would not be prudent to clean it out over there. All of this water is connected. As the water level drops in this area of the tank, it drops over throughout the entire tank. So all they have to do is clean out right here. It's really that simple. Let's open up one of the other lids and see what's in there. All right, this is the middle lid. This is the one I really wanted to show you. This is what's really important. See that plastic T that is, it's basically cast into the upper part of the tank. What happens is all of the crap that's up top floats up to about, the middle of the T. And that's where the water level sits in the septic tank, and it is able to flow through to the next chamber over here. But the purpose of this T is to make sure none of the floating crap and floating stuff gets over into this chamber. So these septic systems and septic tanks are just not some big old swimming pool. And they have a very specific design. And over here, I know you can't see it. It's so dark, I wish I had a flashlight. But right here is a wall that extends up. And it basically kind of separates and makes sure that the water in here that's in this cavity, or this part of the tank, is pretty much free of any of the solids and the stuff that comes into the tank. All those are meant, and that wall is right about here where my foot is. So it means this part of the tank here is where all of the heavy solids and everything drops down, because you don't want that stuff to work its way through the septic system into the leach field. So that concrete wall acts as a very crude but primary filtration system. I want to talk a little bit about this distribution box. What's going to happen is, once it's installed over in the leach field, a pipe from the septic tank is going to come in right about here into this end. May come in the other end, it's about the same. But what happens is there are 6 different pipes that feed out of this distribution box, and the effluent from the septic tank then goes out to the different lines that are on top of the leach field sand. So it's a really, really interesting contraption. But just wait until it's installed. I will show that in the next video for sure. I hope you discovered something new about septic tanks. They're really, really wonderful. They work really well if you do the right things. Meaning the only thing that should go into a septic tank is the stuff that comes out of your body, and preferably 1-ply toilet paper, and maybe some very tiny food particles. That's why you need to have one of those screens in your kitchen sink to capture all of the big stuff. All right, most people don't do that. If you do that, and also, this is really important, no grease or minimal grease. So when you have greasy pots and pans, greasy plates, keep all those spare, pretty clean paper towels, let them dry out, and use paper towels to wipe all that grease off of the pots, pans, and plates and bowls, and put those paper towels in the garbage. The less grease that you have in the septic tank, the better. So remember, the only stuff that should go into the septic tank, what comes out of your body, 1-ply toilet paper, and very tiny food scraps. Nothing else. No latex paint, no chemicals, no paint thinner, no anything else, all right? Nothing about this is hard, all right? Seriously. If you have any questions about septic tanks, remember, I've been a licensed master plumber since 1981. I've put in quite a few. I know quite a bit about them, and I'm happy to help you. I do phone coaching, and the link to the phone coaching is in the description of the video. Happy to help you. And it's also important for you to realize, if you discovered something new, maybe buy me a beer, ice cream cone, candy bar. I really don't care what it is. Listen, I'm not diabetic. I really watch my sugar intake, but I do have a sweet tooth. All right, all you have to do is click the thanks text link that's under the video and do the right thing. All right, we're going to have part 3 of the septic tank installation once they get the pipes in and once they get the pipes on the leach field. It's going to be really, really cool to see that design. Every single design is different, and the one that you're looking at right now is, well, it was just from a different system and not as big a house as this one. But it's going to be really, really interesting to see what the septic designer has in store for us at this home. All right, I'm Tim Carter. Don't forget, click that thanks text link under the video. I'm Ask the Builder.
If you want to discover more home improvement tips, go to AskTheBuilder.com.